EU leaders discuss financial support for Ukraine. 5 Vietnamese businesses secures bid to export rice to Indonesia. Cua Lo renovates the urban area to welcome the Lunar New Year.
You're watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Hazam, your host. European Union's leaders have sought to agree on Thursday on extending 50 billion euros, about 54 billion USD, of new financial aid to Ukraine and replenishing a fund used to arm Kiev.
Previously, the EU proposed to Hungary, the only country opposing this aid package, to organize an annual discussion on aid to Kiev. EU officials have been trying to thrash out a compromise with Hungary to get agreement on the 4-year package for Ukraine as part of a broader overhaul of the bloc's budget. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban is the only EU leader to oppose the aid package. Budapest has said Orban could give his approval if he is given the chance to impose a veto again each year. But his EU counterparts have called that a red line they are not willing to cede and have instead proposed only an annual debate on the subject.
On the occasion of the Lunar New Year 2024, leaders of Nghệ An province paid a short tour to presented gifts to poor households and those with difficult circumstances in Anh Sơn, Hưng Nguyên and Diễn Châu districts.
The standing vice chairman of the Provincial People's Committee La Hong Vinh presented 100 gifts to poor households with difficult circumstances in 4 communes of An Son district, each gift worth 500,000 Vietnamese dongs. Also on this occasion, Nghệ An Bus Station Joint Stock Company awarded 100 gifts, TH Group awarded 200 gifts to poor households in the district. Each gift includes 500,000 million VND in cash and in kind. In addition, 250 million Vietnamese dongs was donated to support the construction of 5 solidarity houses for poor households. On the occasion of the Lunar New Year, the National Assembly delegation also visited, gave gifts, and extended New Year greetings to families of policy beneficiaries, poor households in Hung Nguyen and Dien Chau district.
Indonesia's National Logistic Agency blog has just announced the results of the bidding to supply 500,000 tons of rice, of which Vietnam has 5 winning businesses. Accordingly, Vietnam businesses won 8 out of 70 bidding packages to import 5% broken rice.
Vietnam is the only country with many businesses participating and winning bids in large quantities. According to updates from the Vietnam Food Association (VFA) and the Thai Rice Exporters Association, the export price of Thailand's standard 5% broken rice is the highest in the world at $655 per ton. Vietnamese rice is $642 per ton and Pakistani rice is $638 per ton. With the 500.000 ton contract that Indonesia just closed, Vietnamese businesses account for about 2/3. This is a positive sign that the winter-spring crop that will be harvested after the Lunar New Year will be a big winner. This year, Indonesia plans to import about 3 million tons of rice, equivalent to the Philippines, the world's largest rice importer and traditional customer of Vietnam.
Coming up next are some updated news.
Houthi forces in Yemen have just announced that on the night of January 31st, this armed group conducted a precision missile attack on a U.S. cargo ship in the Red Sea. A Houthi military spokesman confirmed that the raid with a number of anti-ship missiles hit the U.S.-flagged ship Cole at a location about 100 kilometers from the Gulf of Aden. The ship was attacked while on a voyage carrying goods to Israel. A few minutes after the announcement, the Houthi group's media said that the US and British troops conducted airstrikes on a number of positions in the city of Hodeidah, one of the key cities in Yemen that al-Houthi is controlling.
According to the latest data from the General Statistics Office, Vietnam welcomed more than 1.5 million foreign tourists in January, up 10% from the previous month and an increase of over 73% compared to the same period last year. Asian visitors are still the main source of visitors with more than 1.1 million visitors in January. Second is the source of visitors from the European market with more than 200,000 visitors, followed by America, Australia and Africa. The notable increase in international visitors is the result of extensive, systematic efforts to promote and advertise Vietnam's tourism, with the country being recognized as a safe and friendly destination for international visitors. According to the set target, Vietnam will welcome 17 to 18 million visitors this year.
According to information from the Vietnam General Confederation of Labour, nearly 7.5 million trade union members and workers across Vietnam have received support to have a better Lunar New Year. The support was worth over 4.24 trillion Vietnamese dongs in total, including nearly 1.8 trillion Vietnamese dongs from non-state sources. Trade unions at all levels have organized 14,664 TET programs, attracting over 3 million members and workers. More than 1.8 million trade union members and workers received gifts worth over 1 trillion Vietnamese dongs at the programs.
Moving on to today's story. There are only a few days left until the Lunar New Year. At this time, Cua Lo town is focusing on completing projects, the final works to embellishing the urban, decorate residential areas, and check-in points to make the local appearance brighter and more beautiful during Tet Festival. Along with accelerating the completion of key projects, works agencies in residential areas, along main roads, public areas, and the central area of the town are completing the work of repairing and replacing the electrical system, decorating with LED lights, trimming trees, decorating the system of miniatures, trees, and landscapes on the theme of celebrating the party and spring 2024. The streets that are so brilliant with the red flags, flowers, decorative lights, and check-in points, creating joy and excitement before a new spring.
The Ward People's Committee has directed relevant departments to trim trees, install some LED lights at the welcome gate area and posters to welcome the new year. In particular, the ward has also coordinated with the Veterans Association to plant rows of banyan flowers on the east side of the memorial and plant sea chrysanthemums.
For the key projects serving tourism under construction in Cua Lo town, the Urban Management Board has also informed units and contractors in the area to urgently complete the works, ensuring for people to be safe and convenient in traffic circulation.
All projects in the construction area must be thoroughly cleaned to serve the Lunar New Year. It requires vehicles, supplies, and machinery to be concentrated in the right places and all roads to be cleaned to ensure ventilation.
The Lunar New Year 2024 is approaching. The atmosphere of new spring is blasting everywhere. Up to this point, the embellishment of the entire town is being complete final steps, thereby creating a green, clean, and beautiful landscape, helping people celebrate Tet in a joyful and excited atmosphere, welcoming the new spring with full of spirit, faith, and aspirations. And now it's time to say goodbye. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.